Well, we're back after our little break. Took a little while, had a couple things to take care of. Okay, we're going to get right back to the molds here, and we're going to actually be pouring some resin today. I've already prepared the hand, one of the legs, and the spike, and I'm going to show you what we have to do as far as preparing this mold ready for resin to get it ready to pour. You want to use mold release. I prefer the par film. It's paintable mold release, non-toxic, and non-flammable or combustible. Give that a little spritz inside the mold here. Just a little bit, goes a long way. Over here we have prepared a sock, a little portion of a sock which I have cut, and I put baby powder in it to baby powder the molds. It saves a lot on powder instead of pouring the powder directly into the molds, and it saves a lot on your lungs from breathing a lot of powder in, which is not good for you. Put a little baby powder in, bounce it around, a light blow, ready to go. Put our band on it. Now these 4 molds are essentially ready to pour our 2-part resin, polyurethane resin in it. I'm going to add some funnels to make pouring a little easier. But you don't need funnels for every single one. Just pull it out and use it for another. I'm just showing this to make it a little easier. Okay, let's get rid of these 2 items. We don't need them anymore. I have pre-mixed our 2-part 50-50 polyurethane resin plastic. You have your resin and you have your hardener. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a little dye to it to give it some color, make it green, since it is the hull kit. So we add it to one side first, usually the hardener. The stuff is very concentrated, so a drop will do. And then you will add it to the larger mixing container which we have here, which will mix them both together. I actually should have just poured the dye into the larger one. And we'll mix that around first before adding the resin. Once you put the resin in, you'll be activating it with the hardener to start the curing process, and you want to make sure the dye is mixed in well on one side before that happens. It's mixed in fairly well now. Let's add this. I'm going to be going quickly because time is something you have not a lot of now when you're pouring resin. You have to be quick as possible, because you still have to get these inside the pressure tank once you're done pouring molds. As you can see, I poured quite a bit of resin, a bit more than I'm going to actually need, but I have 2 bases here on standby for the excess resin, so nothing gets wasted. That eliminates me from being very precise on the exact measurement of resin that I need. I like to mix it very well just to be sure. Okay, looks good. Let's start pouring. This funnel allows you to move quickly. I know this is going to take a lot, so I'll just fill up the funnel and then move on over here to the other part. As you can see, it's a lot more than I needed, so I just go right over here. Another good thing about funnels when you overpour. And we go right over here. Right back in there. This is full. This is full. This needs a little more. That's full. Okay, now with all the extra resin, we go to our standbys over here, our open pour bases. These will be left out. They will not be pressure cast. Gravity will do their thing with these. Now that our resin is all poured, we want to get these molds into the pressure tank and pressurize them, and then we'll come back when the molds are cured, open the tank and have a look at the parts and see how they look. Okay, that's it. That's how you pour resin and cast the mold.